Hello, Facebook. This is your tall, handsome coach coming at you with today's live podcast, episode 8, which has been exciting, but it is also the start of May Mayhem, my new 6-week program. But I'm not going to go into that too much because today I want to talk about balance and how important it is. And again, the objective of my podcast is to change your mindset on things, to understand that there's no perfection, there's only permanent. And if you can continue to go in your path and you're not happy and you don't change things, things aren't going to change. So we got to change that mindset, because you could wake up in a grumpy mood because it's cold, because it's gray out, or whatever the reason may be. So what we want to do today is change that mindset so you become a better version of yourself today, and starting right now, because it's as easy as changing your mindset. And if you don't believe me, if say your kid got in a car accident right now, are you worried about being tired? Absolutely not. You have no tiredness about you right now. You are getting to the point just like that. It's changed. Okay, so make sure that your mindset is programmed for today is improve today. All you got to do is improve, and that's what I tell my clients the most. It's not about getting there faster, okay? Who cares if that person lost 14 pounds and you lost 1 or gained a pound? That doesn't matter. That is not their journey. That is not your journey. That is their journey with their goals, you don't know what they've done in the past, what genetics. Maybe they did 14 years of gymnastics and they have all that muscle memory. There is no good in getting jealous or envious of other people's success. What we want to do is use that, take from it, support that, encourage it, and use it to inspire yourself. Don't use it to bring yourself down, because if you use stuff like that where you see people going up to the top, maybe they just jumped in their gift, okay? Maybe they just are doing what they love, and that's why they always seem happy. They always seem to have money, because if you are happy and you feel like you're a person of value, and it kind of goes together, if you feel like you are valuable to society, that's what you're going to get paid. I get paid decently well because I make an impact in society. I try to change. I go out with every single day to try to change people's lives. Try to make their day. If you're coming in for a one-on-one, which doesn't happen so much anymore, guaranteed your day is changed. And that's why I've been in business for 10 years. It's not that I'm the best trainer and I know the best technique with all the best things. It's I am fun to hang out with. I'm fun to hang out with. I will push you. I will motivate you. I will make you better. I will feel improved. But most of all, I'm positive. And if there's one thing I could change about everybody, and that you should have this, stay positive, okay? There's always some good in everything. I heard an example yesterday that was such a good example that kind of changed my mindset a bit. And he does that. It's a Tony Robbins motivational podcast I was listening to. And he was talking about you have to find good in everything. And he's talking about some of the things that sucks, like being robbed. So he had all his stuff robbed in one of his trailers that was sitting there, $100,000 worth of equipment, blah, blah, blah. And what happened is, okay, he asked himself, what good can come from this? And y'all thinking right now, there's no good from getting all that stuff stolen. Absolutely not. But his mindset was, you know what? At least it's getting used, because it wasn't getting used before. So there is some good, okay? That stuff was just sitting in there, not getting used. Well, at least that person's actually using that. So now he feels better about the situation. The brain doesn't know. Now you feel better about the situation. It's almost like when you have an ex-girlfriend and you finally write that letter that you confess and did every single thing. You feel so much better about yourself when you get that off your chest, even if you get no response or a big fuck you. It doesn't matter, because you said what you needed to say, and that feels good, okay? So, starting with some balance. Balance is so important, and people don't realize how crucial it is, especially first week. Especially when I'm starting programs, people want the hardest thing. They want to go right to Die Hard. They want to go right to Gear 5 and skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and think that there's not going to be any reaction to that action. Well, I got newsflash for you. Every single thing that you build comes with momentum, and if you can build enough momentum you can do those small little habits every single day, then what's going to happen is you're going to start building stronger habits. You're going to start to building a more solid foundation. Your standard is going to raise. You're going to get better. You're going to do better. You're going to expect better, and you're going to be a better person all around. And that's what life is. When you're 65, 70 years old, what are you going to say? Are you going to be happy with the life you led if you had somebody that walked around you the whole life? What would they say? What would you do? What would you leave this world if you, for example, I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave an impact so my children can be impacted of, hey, you know what? You changed my dad's life. My dad lost 70 pounds for you. That's awesome. Thank you. That's an amazing thing to know that, to get that. And that's what I want. And I feel like people need to realize how important balance is. I can't compete all the time. There's no balance in that. You mentally will go insane. I compete once a year because I believe that's a good balance. Sometimes once every 2 years. Because if I try to do that, my body's going to break down. And because I'm pushing too much more on fitness, and now my relationships suck, and now my financials suck, and now everything else sucks in my life because I have ramped up my fitness so high that I've left everything out to stray. You can't do that. It is not fulfilling. If you want a fulfilling life, if you want to feel fulfilled, you have to have all your priorities in order, whether it's your family, okay, you can have them this high, okay, but you also have to have your relationship and your fitness and your financials. And the more you can keep them going together rather than just expanding, oh, maybe you're an amazing husband, but you don't fucking work, or you don't do, like, you have to have each aspect growing. And if it's not growing, if you're not pouring a little bit of water on each one, your kids, your personal relationship, your fitness, your financial, your work, whatever, they're going to start to die because you're not giving them attention. And every single plant needs attention. That's why people leave. They don't get attention. And you need that. You need to make sure you take care of the important things in your life, like your family, like your job, like your self-development, because you got to build you if you want to build the best you can be for everyone else. I know I'm a great dad when I know I've taken care of the things. I know I'm a great dad when I've worked 12 hours starting at 5 in the morning, got stuff done at 3 p.m., and now I've got my work done. I don't worry and stress that 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. because I got that stuff done. And I had to do that for me because I am an entrepreneur. I work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the last 10 years, no days off, okay? And I'm not joking around. I have never really taken a day off in 10 years, worked 51 weeks, and I do that because I love this. I genuinely believe I was put on this earth to change lives. And if you need a fucking change, if you need a change, you should be getting in this online program, but you should need to get in any program. I don't care. Just make sure that you have a positive leader, positive somebody who's going to go and show you the way, has proven results, and who's going to show you the best version of you, okay? This is not about giving everyone the same program. I talk to each and every one of my 75 people that were in that program. That took me 3 to 4 hours of just marking time where I'm going to spend the time to talk to them because that's the investment I want. I want to keep those plants growing at a great rate. I want to keep those plants so that they're happy and they're blooming and they're blossoming, because when we get more flowers going, guess what happens? Attachments grow on, and that's their friends, that's their family. All those people that were saying, hey, the sun's never going to shine, sun's never going to shine. Well, guess what? Now they're seeing you bloom, and they're wanting to know how. They're wanting to be a piece of that. And they're going to start asking you, like, well, you know, what are you eating for your diet? Well, what are you doing for working out? Can you send me one of his plans? Can you give me his full workout? I don't care. I really don't care if you share it, to be honest, because you can't get the same Tyler Lock without the Tyler Lock in the program. I create the program. And if you are not signed up for the program, if you're not a client, you're not going to get that full, okay? You're not going to get that full Tyler Lock, but you are going to get a piece because I want to change the world. I want to change things for you, for your day to day. Okay, so a couple things, the yin to the yang. The balance is so key, and I'm going to use, there's nothing, you know, I'm a natural. People do steroids, whatever, that's their own life. There's no judging here. But the problem I find with steroids is the balance effect, okay? So your balance effect goes up. You take steroids, guess what? This is like taking a DVD, okay, and fast forwarding your life 15, 20, I don't know, it depends how long you take, months, okay, ahead. So your muscle, you've gained so much more muscle in a month, you have 12 months of muscle, okay? In a month, you have way better abs, you're way bigger, you're way stronger, you can repair faster, okay? So there's the benefits. That's an absolute benefit, okay? But there's the action. Now, the reaction of this, because you grew so fast, now you have really nasty stretch marks because you jumped ahead, where I don't get a lot of that, okay? And as a natural, I built slowly. I'm patient. I'm consistently patient and mildly satisfied always. I will never be fully satisfied. I don't think anybody will. So accept that about fitness. But you can get better every single day. I'm 35 and I look better than I do when I was 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. Every single year I get better. And I don't want you to turn back the time thinking that, you know, I can't make you younger, but I make you feel younger. I make you look younger just by adding that health, that fitness. That's so crucial. But you got to have the balance. Back to the steroids. Now, again, if you put that in fast forward, you miss all that time. And guess what? Now the side effects too. Okay, now your hair loss is going because you've aged yourself. And that's how I explain it to my clients. Well, you've jumped ahead. Well, guess what? Now you're going to have veins exploding because you grew too fast. That's not how life and God said, hey, you should grow so you can be, and there's nothing, again, I respect all the dedication. It's just I'm showing you the facts of why I personally don't do it. I'm okay with taking longer. I'm going to work out for the rest of my life. Most of you guys are. And if you're not, there's going to be a period of 4 months and then your body is going to say, oh, you're shit. Okay, you better go to the doctor because you feel shitty. You're getting depressed. You don't feel like you're getting better. It's simple, guys. The balance. Get better or worse. There is no gray area. Maintenance does not exist. Okay, and if you think, well, I can maintain, and you're sitting there and be like, I'm maintaining. No, you're getting worse, okay? But you could say, for example, well, I'm in a plateau. A plateau is another word that kind of doesn't exist in my vocabulary because it doesn't exist. A plateau doesn't exist. I don't care what you say. If I offer you $1 million, okay, and you tell me you're stuck at that weight and I add 2 more pounds, guess what you're going to do? You're going to lift that weight, I can guarantee, because now you have something compelling. Now you have something that, you're greedy. You want the money. Who doesn't want the money? There's nothing wrong with that. But don't think that you're stuck. You just have to find your reason why. You have to make those reasons compelling. You've got to add a timeline. And if you don't have a timeline and it's not compelling, you're going to fall off the ship again. You're going to fall off the ship. You're going to end up with the crocodiles and you're going to feel like shit again. And that's a shitty thing. I don't want to feel. I never wake up thinking I'm going to feel like shit. I never wake up thinking, shit, I don't want to go to work today. I don't care if it's 5 in the morning. That is a joy. That is a gift. That is valuable. And I do that by building myself. I do that by putting time into myself in the mornings and building that momentum. And my rule by 11 is to try to actually get as much done in my day as possible to get that done so I can get on with my day. And when you feel productive, that is a fucking good feeling when you feel productive. And you feel productive after workout, you feel happy after cardio. I believe they're 2 different endorphins. And when you can combine those 2 into one and you're not going over the top like 2 hours of cardio and a 2-hour workout because there's no balance there, it means you're going to be injured for 2 or 3 days. That's why my workouts are a little shorter and we have more break time so you can last. It's not fit for a while, it's fit for life. And if you want to be fit for a while, go take your caffeine pills and go as hard as you can on supplements. I don't even want my people taking supplements at the start until their stove heats up, until they have momentum, until they've earned that. You should not go into a program thinking, okay, I want to burn fat right away. You need to just go work out. You need to just do. And if you're not just doing, okay, that's the problem. The application process doesn't match your goal. It doesn't match what you talk about. It doesn't match what you're going to tell your parents what you're going to do or your friends that I'm going to get fit. Well, get it. Get on it then. Do something. Apply it. Do it. Okay? Too many people say 60%, 70%, never do it. And then you lose reliability. Nobody wants to hang out with somebody who is not a reliable person. I'll tell you that. Next topic on balance. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. Okay. So now we're going to have, as we said, the action to reaction. I want to kind of go more in depth with that because every single action has a reaction. So if I work out more, okay, what I see in a lot of relationships is if that person works out a lot, okay, and say it's the woman, okay, in this case, and she's getting better and better, and the husband or the spouse or whoever or the friend, it could be a friend too, isn't doing that, they're starting to pull them down and they're going in different directions. So that sucks because that ends up with a lot of couples break up because they haven't decided. So another thing with that is support your couple, support that person, support that friend that is looking for you, because once they take off, you're going to be worried about where you stand in their goals. And that's too bad because you're thinking selfishly and you're not thinking like, it's not about me, it's about we, okay? And if you can be a good person, if you can do that for that person and support that person, that's the joy. You're going to get the benefit out of that. It's not anybody else. You get the benefit out of making people's day. All right? It's not for them, it's for you. So if you can seriously take your day and do something nice, be kind to people, that is such a skill, okay? Get along with people. So what? Give them a compliment, even if you only half mean it, okay? That can be hit or miss. But for the most part, you should mean it. give them it to make their day. Because once you start making their day, you're going to get that energy. And that energy is so, so powerful. And I think that's why I have been successful. I bring energy. I bring a certain energy that most people won't go because they're too afraid to sound like a fool. I'm not afraid to step out and sound like a fool. Okay? I'm not afraid to try new things. I have done 20 different shows. 20 times I have stepped on the stage. Doesn't mean I am good. Okay? This just means I have experience. I've tried 20 different ways. I have failed 20 different ways. I still do not have my pro card. I may not ever have my pro card, and I'm still going to go for it. I'm still going to push for it, but I'm not worried about it. I'm going to make my life about a hobby that I love. I'm going to make my life of, am I happy? Am I fulfilled? Am I providing energy? Am I contributing to society? Am I growing? Do I have love? Am I significant? Do I have variety in my life so I don't get bored? Do I do something I love? Do you do something you love? Or are you wasting your time doing a half-ass thing that you don't really like? Well, get on that side job then. All you got to do is start picking it up and starting doing. Starting, again, I say if I want to clean my house, I just say I'm going to clean my bathroom because I don't really feel like it. And what happens after that? Well, the bathroom's so nice, I want to clean the living room. Then I want to clean the kitchen. And guess what? Then I start to build on other stuff. So start right away. Do not waste your day. Wake up nice and early. Maximize this time because it's not going to last. This quarantine's not going to last. So you may not get that opportunity again to do stuff that we could do that we would never even expect to have this certain time where it's like, I've always wanted to draw. I'm drawing more. This is an amazing thing for me where I feel fulfilled. I don't even care that I have 5 or 6 views on my podcast, and they're good podcasts. They're motivating. They're energetic. They're good podcasts, I believe, but that's just me. And I'm not here to control. All I want to do is if I can impact one person, if I can have somebody message me and say, Tyler, that was a fucking rockin' podcast. I love your energy. Every time I listen to you, I get fired up and I want to do better and I want to be better. I am going to be better because I'm sick of sitting here depressed, acting like I'm working hard when I'm not working hard. I'm not dedicating myself. I'm not pushing myself. I don't have a plan. I just say I'm going to eat well. I just say that's not going to last. That's not going to fulfill you. You need a timeline. You need a plan. And you need balance. You need to make sure that you're getting your stuff done, okay? Get it done fast so you can make stuff for your personal time, so you can make stuff for your work time. Everything has to have balance, and the better you can keep those balls balanced, the more that you can keep everything in your life balanced, the easier it becomes. The more happy you'll be, the more fulfilled you'll be. But if I go too much on, I compete again, then again, business lacks, financial lacks, relationships lack. And that's what happens. So you guys have to watch that. That is a scary thing. I have lost a lot of friendship relationships, but they have still been great experiences for me. I don't look back and hate on that. I look back at the good times, and I have great times with amazing clients. I have great times with amazing people that, you know, I may or may not ever talk to again, but I'm going to look at that and say, you know what? I'm going to still be the nicest, kindest, most motivational person I can be to impact your day. I don't need to be a motivational speaker, but what I want to truly do is impact somebody's day to make sure that they are going to change their energy. They're going to change their hunger. They're going to change their plan. They get excited. They get hungry to do this. They get excited to wake up. There's nothing like being excited to wake up for a new goal and you're hungrier to get better and you have your picture and you're trying to beat it each week. That is exciting. And too many people won't take that because it takes too much action. It takes too much responsibility. It takes way too much effort for them to do that, and they don't think it's worth the outcome because, you know what, if I stop working out for a few days, then guess what's going to happen? Of course that's going to happen. That's balance, baby. And if you are not giving, okay, then you're not getting. Don't think that you're just going to still continue to get and not give. That's the whole thing. You don't go in a haircut and say, well, that's not a good example. You don't come to me and say, hey, Tyler, train me for a while and then I'll give you money after. It doesn't work like that. You got to give. You got to trust the system. You got to trust the plan, trust the guide that I am going to show you the way. I am going to give you the best version of myself to help you. And I can't help everyone. I won't have everyone pass and do amazing in my online, but I will have people that are seriously serious and they will show results. And you're going to see that. And every single time for 4 years we've been doing this. I've done over 500-600 workouts. I've never done the same. I would get bored. My OCD would, I couldn't handle it. And as you can see, I'm a little wiry as it is. But what I can tell you is I'll always put an effort to improve, because improvement is fulfillment, and fulfillment is happiness. And happiness comes from doing things that bring you joy each day, and working out for me brings you joy, and talking to people and motivating and really changing mindsets brings me joy, brings me pleasure, brings me the reason I believe I was here. And I'm so fucking thankful that I was here for this. I'm so thankful. I've almost died in two car accidents, falling asleep at the wheel on a highway and almost off a cliff, and I don't know how I survived. That's why I'm so grateful that I'm gonna make sure that I spend every single day maximizing my life. I'm never wasting a day. I haven't watched barely any Netflix, like 2 minutes, because I'm so involved with the present. I don't want to miss out on the present and say, when I get to my future, I fucking sucked it on my past. I do not want to be that person who says that. I want to make sure that when I'm 60 years old, I'm super excited and happy with how I did in my life and what kind of relationships I built and what impact I made on people's lives. So that way, that's how I'll be remembered. And I hope that you guys can kind of think that, maybe I can do more. Maybe I can do more. And maybe I can do more for society. Maybe I can be more. What can I contribute? What can I give back to my society that's going to help me? That's going to not help me, but kind of help you, but help them. And then the help just comes. It's a rolling ball. You do good. There's a guy named Tommy, okay? This guy gives to charity almost every friggin' day. He gives food, charity, and he cooks it all every single day, and he's just multiplying because he does good things. He's a great guy, and he shares and he cares, and he's giving to the homeless. He does good stuff, and he's not doing it because he's like, oh, I want the business. He does it because he's genuinely an entrepreneur, and that's what people do. They contribute to society, whatever your niche is, and everybody has a different one they want to give. For me, eventually I want to do the kids fitness, but I want to make sure that I can take care of the adults too, so we can combine that kid into adult and bring a synergized parent to kid kind of fitness base where that's going to bring relationships, because I'm missing out on my kids' relationship. I want to find a better way where I can still grow with them, where we can grow together, where you guys can grow, where we have a plan, where we have a place to go on Saturdays, because I have 4 kids and I don't fucking know where to go. I want a place where they can run around and be active, and even if it isn't just a class, that is my vision, baby, and I hope that you guys somebody can help me build that vision one day, because it's going to happen. We're working on small things, and I hope that you guys understand that through this little time, you got to make sure that you don't waste it. You taste it, you embrace it, and you just be grateful for it, okay? Thank you very much for coming on to the podcast today, and I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And if you missed it, make sure you watch, because it was fucking rocking.